In this part of the tutorial we will extract all the work items from JAS Rational Team Concert and display some attributes for each of them. We will continue working on the same template document. In order to extract the work items, we need to add the corresponding data source schema. Click on the Add Data Source Schema button. Select the REST schema type and add the schema location. The schema name will be Work Items. Select Next and introduce your JAS username and password. We will use a table to display the work items attributes. Insert a table element under the Requirements table. The table will have to rows and 9 columns. Select the table. Go to the Properties panel and expand Metadata to add a description to the table element. The first row will be the table's header. Insert a text element in each cell from the first row. Double-click each text element to edit the text content. The first column will represent the row number. The second and the third columns will contain the work item summary. The fourth column will display the target of each work item. The next columns will contain the owner, project area and priority for each element. The last two columns will display the requirement element that each work item implements and the test cases that validate it. The second row will be iterated for each work item element. Select the work item element from the data source schema and drag it to the second row. Add a text element inside the first cell of the second row. Double-click the text element and select script expression. Expand variables and select row number. This variable is equal to the row number in the current table. The next two cells will display the work item summary. The second cell will contain the work item state and type. Insert the container elements into this cell. Drag the work item state query to the first container. Then drag the work item state name to the same container and select Choose as Value Context. Drag the work item type query to the other container. Select the type name element and add it to the container. Select Choose as Value Context. We will use a variable so that we can store the element state. Go to the Outline panel. The Outline panel displays the content of the template in a tree structure. Right-click on Variables and select Insert New Variable. Insert the variable name and make sure the access type is internal. The inserted variable will appear in the outline view. Right-click on the container, select Data and edit Assignments. The Assignments editor will open. Assign the state name to the state variable. Drag the work item summary query to the third cell. Drag the work item target query to the fourth cell. Then drag the target value to the same cell and select Choose as Value Context. Set the work item owner query to the fifth cell. Set the work item project area query to the sixth cell. Then drag the project area name to the cell. Set the work item priority query to the seventh cell. Drag the priority name element to the cell. The Requirements and Test Cases column will remain empty for now. We will return to them later in this tutorial. The next step consists of table formatting. Select the table. Go to Formatting, Specific and set Table Auto-Fit value to Auto-Fit to Window. Set the header route to repeat at each new page beginning. We want to use a different font color for each work item state. In order to do this, we will add a JavaScript expression that will set the font color depending on the state variable previously added. Select the text element and go to Formatting, Font Color. Select Script Expression. Expand the variables list and select State. If a work item state is done, the summary color will be set to green. In the case in which the state is new, the summary font color will be red. If the work item is not new or done, the font color should be black. Insert the same script expression for the type and summary text elements. You need to check the used attributes in the left side of the script expression container. Set the cell width for the first column to 30. Set the cell alignment to center. Finally, set the cell background color for the header row. Note that an asterisk marks the fact that an element basic properties have changed. The next tutorial will present how to extract related requirements and test cases for each work item.